panelists, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As we all know that Gujarat is famous for infrastructure. Maybe road infrastructure, port infrastructure. Same is the case in IT infrastructure. State wide area network in the state is operational since 2001. And under NEGP, we have taken up the enhancement plan of state wide area network in 2 phases. Earlier it was a star network. Now we have created the cluster and created a mesh network. Similarly, when wide area network was there were many applications, core and other departmental applications, and servers were there. So we have a server farm. But of course, as Mrs. Verma mentioned, there was no strategic security control, power, cooling, all that part was not that efficient because it was built in 2000. There were a lot of issues. So state first thought that we should also have a data center. And we planned a data center, of course with a very high capacity like 1000 kVA power supply with the 3G set and all that, and redundant power supply. So when we started building the data center under NEGP, this component came, state data center, and normally the need for state data center is combining physical infrastructure and IT infrastructure, but we initiated physical infrastructure much earlier. We have been given the RFP only for IT infrastructure, and both become almost parallel. And by now, I'll show you some pictures of our data center. I will also show you. So basically, I'm going to share my experience in Gujarat about IT infrastructure. So basically, 5 types of infrastructure. One is state data center. Earlier, we have server farm. Second is our wide area network. Third is we have a Sachivalaya integrated communication network. We have our own telephone exchange, IP based. We have disaster recovery site created at NIC Hyderabad and CSC's Common Service Centers. I will touch upon only 2 topics, data center and state wide area network. So this is the entry part of our data center. It is 4500 floor space. This is the within the data center. Before entering into the server rooms, we have SWAN and both the server rooms. They are co-located actually. Data center and GSWAN termination at the same place. This is the console part of it. Now, achieving these requirements, as Madam has rightly pointed out, we have kept 3 things in mind: reliability, availability, and serviceability. For information technology, for electrical infrastructure, for mechanical infrastructure, and for facility operations. So this is a matrix we kept in mind while building the data center. These are certain racks, and I would like to tell you that though we have 35 racks today, 20 racks are full. So planning and having a vision for data center is a very, very strategic point actually. So these are some pictures of data center. So key considerations while building in the data center is scalability, availability, security, manageability, reliability, migration from distributed to centralized environment, interoperability, and compliance to standards. There are many standards available, so we try to see that we comply with the standards. Now, while building this data center, the big task or challenge before us was shifting the existing mail server, directory server, our own websites which were hosted, web servers, from server farm to data center. That itself was a task. Then shifting the GSWAN, co-locating that data center, that was also a task. So effective capacity planning was one of the biggest challenge we have faced. Second was project management and monitoring. We are still monitoring the basic infrastructure as well as IT infrastructure. Actually, Government of India has given a very good suggestion about signing MOU with National Informatics Center. I think Gujarat was the first state. We are now waiting to get the people to sit in the data center for the management with the team of the state. Third was the technology and solution selection. This was one challenge. Clearly defined SLA. Now in case of Gujarat, physical infrastructure is created by one state public sector unit called GNFC and Core Solution. And IT infrastructure, right now we have shifted whatever was there in our server farm, but we are now under NEGP in the final stage of putting the order and selecting the right kind of partner for IT infrastructure. So clearly defined SLAs. SLA for both physical infrastructure maintenance as well as IT infrastructure maintenance. These are the two people sitting in the same room or premises. Third was application hosting, migration and application management. Here I will just give you one example of my experience. When we wanted to put our 2-3 applications in NIC Hyderabad DR site, NIC people told us that, are your application security audited? At that point of time we came to know that application security audit, normally we go for functional and performance testing through EQDC or STQC for all the big applications. But security audit we have never thought about. So when we started putting our value-added tax application and integrated workflow application at the disaster recovery site at Hyderabad, this is the first initiative we have taken for security audit. Of course, there were many vulnerabilities found and it was patched. Then all the applications which we have shifted from server farm to data center, all that we have gone for security audit. All 255 websites of the state we have done security audit. So this was a very good experience and learning. And the move to service oriented as an end objective. Actually 2-3 very big applications which are now, actually one is already in the way of implementation, which is integrated financial management system, where our treasuries and sub-treasuries as well as insurance, then all the applications of finance department, budget, all this part, it is now the central IT infrastructure is in the data center. And we are in the process of setting up the DR site for that application. So service orientation is an end objective. That was also a challenge, and we faced a lot of problems to make department understand that when you are using such kind of infrastructure for any application, this component we have to look into. The second important IT infrastructure in the state is Gujarat State Wide Area Network. This is the architecture. We have data, video and voice from state center, district center to taluka center, and now in Gujarat all 13,000 plus villages they are connected. All our Gram Panchayat offices are connected. So from state center to district center we have 4 Mbps lease lines from BSNL. District to taluka is 2 Mbps. And taluka to village, we have wireless broadband. Now at state center, we have network management, as well as I told you about telephony part, TPA-BX is also there. Sachivalaya campus area network is there. At the district center, we go up to video conferencing. Now we have we set vans also, so video conferencing up to villages also to be available in the state. I just share with some statistics of VC happening because of that level of applications available in the state. Initially in 2001, this whole architecture was planned for the vertical connectivity. But people started realizing the benefit of this wide area network, and more offices demanded the connectivity with our SWAN. So what happened that in each district, horizontal connectivity was increased like that. And that has given us a lot of trouble and problems, because what kind of length they are putting is not in our control. We are managing only the backbone. So horizontal connectivity, I am talking about our earlier version of SWAN, that has given lot of pain, and that is all corrected in the enhancement plan by creating more strategic hubs. So this is the structure of GSWAN high level view, our mesh network, which is it is almost in the second phase of implementation, and it is now we have created the clusters to take the advantage of the bandwidth, the speed, all this part, and the same cluster approach we are taking at the horizontal level also. So this is actually, we have a very good GIS based institute in the state, which is also working in the Science and Technology Department by ZEP. So through that, we have mapped our total wide area network. GIS maps are available. This is to show you, this is Ahmedabad city, and whoever wanted connectivity in the horizontal manner, it is given without any strategic planning in the earlier days. This is the map of Bharuch city. But once we realized in the enhancement phase, see now strategically at the horizontal connectivity level, it is redesigned in the cluster manner. So this is the advantage of enhancement. This is some broad idea about utilization. More than 320 video endpoints are available in the state, like DC, LDO, police jail. Between, like in Gujarat, all the jails are connected with the courts, and prisoners are not going to the court. It is only through video conference. So jail, courts, FSL, Forensic Science Lab, and all Taluka Mamlatdar, they are connected for video conferencing. Average 60 to 70 video conference per year is happening from the state headquarters. All other local is additional. We have voice communication and email communication. Daily, about 25,000 mails are processed. Applications and data communication. Like people started realizing that the important part is application, and these are certain major applications that I have listed here. Hosting of department or HOD websites, around 255 websites. We have integrated workflow and general administration department registry application, where more than 5,000 users both work in intranet. Then we have home department, which is pilot is going on. Third is health department. All 30 hospitals are connected, and colleges are also, medical colleges are connected. Now for finance department, now the progress is around if we take treasuries, 500 concurrent users, they started working with finance department and treasuries. And VAT is 103 VAT offices are connected. Agriculture department for soil health cards, central server based application is also hosted here. And integrated access control monitoring and management system for our Sachivalaya is also there. This is a list of all NIC application. It means initially developed by NIC and hosted on NIC servers. Now we are migrating to the data center. They are all the applications on our wide area network. So the future roadmap for wide area network is appointment of a single vendor. See here, when in 2001 we created WAN, there are 11 stakeholders, 11 people. Some vendor is supplying the cables, some vendor is given the rate contract for wireless connectivity, IT components are supplied by some third party, video conferencing help we get from other party. There is a TPA, there is a consultant. So, and it was a match, There are a lot of problems managing this 11 different people, 11 parties, and it is on mood based. So that is now getting completed by January 2010, and we are in the process of finalizing our O&M RFP as well as TPA. So setting up the department-wise VLAN is our future plan. To implement GIS1 enhancement phase 2 for upgradation of routers and switches at talukas, DCs and multi-story buildings, because around 30 offices are sitting at this district level in multi-story building. So that is also, we are creating POPs there. Building up new POPs for segregation of network, which includes BDO, DSP, civil hospitals, etc. And integration with eGram. Right now, eGram is on wireless broadband connectivity using internet. But when they will access, our portal is actually launched in February. Information part is launched. Service part will come now. It is ready for launching. So integration of eGram will be our future roadmap. The challenges, four typical challenges we have faced in this GIS1 is, one is last one. Network planning in line with future need. This was a great challenge. Lack of awareness regarding GIS1 and LAN operations among users. Most of the users feel that GIS1 means I should have internet. They never realize that they can use the application on intranet. So intranet bandwidth, it is underutilized, and internet bandwidth up to demand. So that also is a big challenge, and there are some operational issues. Other issues are lack of coordination during shifting of the offices. At district taluka level, because as a science and technology department, we know at the last if they shift the office. So when they shift the office, the shifting of SWAN hubs from that office also.